So doing a little bit of a quick check here. Dolan is 6K on NA, which
Okay.
6K is pretty good. That's pretty up there.
Yeah, 6,056 right now is his MMR. And looking at JonSnow, his MMR is actually he's 6,180. So he's about like 160 or so. I can't math, but he's about 100 so above his opponent here. So they are actually pretty closely matched.
Yeah.
JonSnow is on paper a little bit better, but you know, like we've said, it depends on matchup. Maybe JonSnow is hurting in the ZvT. I mean, I feel like in big tournaments like GSL and stuff, it can apply here also, but you just need like one or two really strong builds that people aren't familiar with that throw your opponent off. And I think this guy's opponent can do it. We'll see. But here we are. Oh, excuse me. Spawning in the top right-hand corner on Everdream LE. It is Psystorms Gaming's very own JonSnow.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Everdream LE, we have the American Terran player representing Archangel Gaming. It is Dolan.
Now, do we want a ZvZ final? I don't think we do.
I want to see Dolan perform well. I don't want him to just like clean sweep. I want him to fight it out with JonSnow and then make it to the
I think this might be the longest series of the tournament. I think this has potential to be a good macro here.
Definitely.
Is this normal for people to pick Everdream first? This must have been Dolan's pick.
I mean, Everdream is one of the more normal maps. I say normal, like there's not too much crazy things going on about it.
Yeah.
But the rush
that doesn't make it normal.
yeah. The rush distance is pretty small. There are proxy potential with the gas, with the rich gases.
Yeah. And I think this, I guess this is like my favorite phrase, my catchphrase, but I think this map favors Terran with the drops from like, you know, the different bases. Like if you take whether you take your fourth or your third over there in front of your natural, that one's easily dropped on to go from the main to the third or fourth, whichever we take in the north.
I will say you can look at it in different ways because the rush distance is pretty short on this map. It makes tank pushes a lot stronger because they hit your bases sooner. But at the same time, because it's shorter than if you're on point with your creep spread, then that can also help you if you survive the tank push. So
a lot of times I feel like we see on this map, by that third base, that big open area, there seems to be a huge battle going on there. Yeah, right there, that never ends.
Yeah.
And from what I've seen, mostly the Terran just keeps pushing with tanks and marines and slowly bleeds out the Zerg because it's honestly really hard to get a fourth base on this map. There's no good position to take your fourth.
Yeah, it can be really difficult, and I do like this. A couple of Lings were trying to sneak around, hoping that the Reaper went across the map, but the Reaper stayed at home for defense, as he did see those Lings coming out. Meanwhile, when the game started, JonSnow, he was being very careful. He sent his first two Overlords around to scout for proxies, which was pretty interesting to see. And his Overlord went like all the way around the map, basically. It was pretty cool.
So he doesn't have it waiting over there in the front. So it won't get taken out by a Viking, hopefully too early.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Oh, this is interesting.
Interesting. Yeah, he went... This is the same build, I think, that he did last time.
Yeah.
It's the same build.
This is the exact same thing. Yeah, we were talking about it.
Yeah, I've seen this on the ladder once or twice. It was actually one day I saw it like 6 times in a row.
Wow.
I need to find out who did this. I hope it's Ethermal, because that would be a nice answer. What is he doing over there in his main? Oh, it's Overlord.
Oh, this is like a combination.
Oh, he did do this. No, he did this game 2, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is game 2, and then probably next game he's going to do his game 1 build. Instantly scouted by JonSnow.
So
without even getting Overlord speed.
Yeah. Like because of that nice Overlord position, it was already close enough to dive in. And what's interesting is that ET scouted this, and he died before the BCs came out. If you remember, those Hellions dealt a lot of damage.
Yeah, the Hellions did all the damage.
So
I don't think a BC even came into play there. I think he just, he wanted to, no, he went with the Hellions.
It's still fresh in my mind. Dolan was able to kill 14 workers with his first push of Hellions.
Yeah, that's when he got 14. Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Dolan with these 2 strong builds, like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. We'll see how JonSnow defends here. Hopefully, we'll see how you're supposed to defend it. He's going for a lair, which I assume that would be for mutas or corruptors, actually.
Okay, so he dives in. There are less queens here than ET, but there are more lings.
Good lings, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is how you're supposed to defend.
Yeah, already pulls away his workers as well.
Really good defense. He lost 4 workers to that. Now I feel as Dolan, you shouldn't even throw away your units like that. You could just use them for harass and stop the creep. Yeah. If you stop the creep, your BC has more room to run around due to the fact that slow queens aren't going to chase the BC.
That is one of the decisions you have to make as Terran when you go for this kind of opener is like, do I want to dive in with these Hellions to try and like roll the dice to see if I can get a bunch of worker kills, or do I want to like take control of the creep instead?
Yeah. Already 1 BC here did warp in, so it will, or teleport. So this will have to just maneuver around and hopefully not die.
Yeah, unfortunately the queens weren't in position, so 8 workers went down already. That was actually a lot.
Yeah. I think that did that combine with the last workers that went down? No, right?
No. This is the BC on its own got 8 kills.
Yeah, that's 10 kills now.
Yeah.
Did it count a creep tumor or what?
I think it did. I think it did count a creep tumor.
Right? Because it killed 8 probes or 8 drones? I don't know.
Yeah. Interesting that it counts.
Trying to math it up here. Yeah, it counts creep tumors as a kill. I think it counts creep tumors as a lost unit too. Yeah, it does. That's why units lost creep tumor. I don't know. It's weird how they add that in there because it doesn't cost money.
Yeah.
They're adding in like an energy thing.
Oh wow, and he's actually committing to BCs. He's getting Yamato as well.
Wow. BC and tank. And this is actually interesting push. Is he gonna have any Marines with this? He's going Hellion, tank, BC.
Yeah,
interesting.
He pulled a lot of work.
He pulled all the boys. Yeah, he instantly healed that thing. I would assume that means he's ready to go back in right now.
Oh yeah, he's ready to dive
so
back
these are
in.
Defensive tanks. That's smart. He's getting defensive tanks, making sure there's no fourth over there. But surprise, surprise, the fourth is at the other gas.
Yeah, and he's
JonSnow's getting
He's getting a little bit of everything. He's got a Spire, he's getting Nidus, he's getting Infestation Pit.
He's getting melee, he's getting it ranged. Is he gonna go? What is he gonna put in Nidus? Is he gonna go for
Swarm
like those Swarm hosts? Yeah, the Muffin Boys.
It's weird. He's getting a little bit of everything, and I think he recognized that his opponent is going mech. So because of that, I feel like Swarm host Nidus makes sense against mech.
Yeah. But he still has to get some like at least 6 or 7 corruptors out in order to push these BCs back.
Yeah.
He's getting 5 right now, and he has 3 out. Yeah. So he does get all the queens just about, except for a couple transfuses. That BC's on full health. That kind of sucks. It's gonna take him a while to get that one down.
Yeah, he got every single queen.
That's not bad. Transfuses are going to be very hurt right now. A lot of reproduction will be at a standstill. Not really, but he'll be warping slow. So he is now getting a Baneling Nest. I feel like it's kind of late. I think he might just go for like fungal growth here.
Yeah, we'll see. Again, like JonSnow, he's getting a little bit of everything. Regardless, I do like the Nidus against mech play to try and go from like one end to the other. We'll see if he can ramp up, as there we have it. We have 8 Swarm hosts on the way.
Mech is like the only thing that's more mobile than any Zerg composition. Normally Zerg is known for their speed, but mech's just too fast. And now these corruptors are kind of useless. Well, I guess they're still being out, but you got to trade out efficiently.
I mean, he will have those corruptors for later use, whether it's Brood Lords or for sniping buildings, as there are now 3 BCs pushing out on the map. Just have to be careful.
Battle of the micros. First night is coming down. It will be scouted, so the army probably will move into that position quickly, and the BCs might even teleport over there to cancel that.
Yeah. I mean, the BC is actually pretty close by as well.
The army's there too quick. Oh no, he's gonna get caught out.
Oh,
he's gonna lose all his swarm hosts. He lost all his swarm hosts. He needs to put down another Nidus.
Oh god, can he escape?
Oh my god, he's cutting it down to the wire. Nope. No.
Oh,
he's gonna go for the Nidus worm. He's gonna let him stay alive. They're just prisoners here in his. He's gonna try to run him home. Oh my god, madman! They came for extraction. SEAL Team 6 of roaches came in here and saved their brother, and he actually got out of there with minimal losses. He didn't lose. He lost two of the swarm hosts. What an extraction!
It's like Saving Private Ryan. He's like, I'm getting these boys out of here.
We're getting these boys out of here. And they're like, run, get to the chopper. It's like a couple movies combined. Arnold Schwarzenegger's one of those Ravagers. And they made it. And they're like, revenge, we're gonna get you back. That was a nice save there by JonSnow. I haven't seen anything that crisp in a while.
That was a little bit unfortunate for Dolan. He didn't have his tanks in position. They were all the way on the right hand side, so the swarm hosts were able to waddle away. That was so close to Dolan. He was doing a good job at sniping those Nidus and like trapping the swarm hosts, but JonSnow, he was ready for it.
That extraction was something else. I did not expect that.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, I can't believe JonSnow's gonna get caught with everything right here. And I don't know how he pulled that thing off. He's only got 1 tank here, which is scary, but not much of a ground force. Only 2 Ravagers.
To be fair, if he lost all those swarm hosts, that could have been the end of the game. Like that would have been very expensive.
He's dropping a wave over here in the northern base as well. Is that north? I don't know what direction that is, but wow, he doesn't have enough to take it out. He should have gone for workers.
Yeah, it looks like.
And he did release them in 2 different waves, so he spawns the locust in 2 different times now.
Yeah, and it also means.
I guess it is costing money and mining time, but
is it worth it though? I mean, Dolan, he's now pushing out here on the right hand side. I thought he was going to try and go for a base, but he decides to back off instead. Just kind of trying to regroup with his army.
That looks like such a hard composition to handle. He even has like 1 tank thrown in there. Now it looks like he's gonna go for a push. That his whole army's there. The creep has been pushed back. He's gonna try and get a surround here with the Nidus popping up behind the army, but will it be too little too late?
Yeah, it's gonna be difficult just because like this army is so maneuverable, so he could just like escape anyway.
Well, this is a good trade here. He's getting rid of some stuff. It would have been bad to go for the.
Yeah. And now Dolan, he's trying to push out again, trying to clear creep. There is creep all over the place at this point. So he's just trying to find an angle. Right now, the armies are okay. We do have JonSnow now meeting him. The ground army doesn't seem too big though for JonSnow.
Yeah, there doesn't seem to be too much here. The roaches were doing a lot of damage. Banelings did good damage, but it just wasn't enough. There's too much cyclones here.
It's because a lot of his army supply is in the swarm host, so he doesn't have that here to defend, which is getting a little bit scary. This push could get out of hand from Dolan.
Yeah. I think he could be able to close the game out here, honestly. He just needs to keep these bases alive. And with that wave being gone, I think he can end it here.
Oh, we'll see. Dolan does get caught out a little bit, and looks like JonSnow is trying to pounce on this, but everything's going to get cleaned up.
Yeah.
Again, though, like, JonSnow, he still has all those swarm hosts alive. Like, he's still trying to deal, like, harassing damage, and...
Yeah. He's going to lose his base, though, and the workers with it, and... Maybe? Yeah, maybe? I don't know. Reinforcement Lings are here. There is no real Hellions to stop the Lings, so Lings are actually doing pretty good here. He tried to warp in a Hellbat, but it was a little too late, and JonSnow actually cleaned this up.
Yeah, and he actually saved his hatchery. I thought he was going to lose it, to be honest, but... it looks like the game's going to continue, and Dolan, he's really struggling right now when it comes to his economy. He's only on 3 bases right now. He keeps lifting up his 4th. He needs a 5th at some point.
Yeah.
Like, you can even look at the supplies right now. Like, he has a decent worker count, but he just needs
that army
to get
supplying it.
exactly. He needs like money to be able to rebuild his army.
Yeah, JonSnow has double the army supply now. Given, you know, those Muffin Boys are a lot of energy, or a lot of supply, I should say.
Yeah.
And he wasn't getting the value out of them early on, but now they're slowly getting their value. Like before, he couldn't even take out a base. He couldn't get any kills, and like you said, he kept taking out that 4th over there. And now over here, just denying mining time, forcing the army back, keeping him out of position.
Yeah.
And he's a little late for this counterattack. Normally you want to hit the 1-2 punch, but it was just enough time, and he's trying to dodge corrosive biles while the roaches are going for kills. And JonSnow can honestly lose his entire army and remake it in a second.
Yeah.
His bank is ridiculous right now.
Like, he can afford to take these losses as long as he hurts Dolan's economy. Because you were talking about it earlier, where sure, Dolan didn't lose many SCVs like to the north, but he pulled all his SCVs off the mineral line. He had to repair as well. Like, that still hurts. In saying that though, Dolan is finally establishing his 5th. If he gets that up and running, then maybe he can get back into this. But right now, he's struggling a little bit.
Yeah, and he's getting a good defense now. Like, that wave didn't do anything. He is now securing his 5th base. Hopefully here, he'll be able to hold it. I think that one's actually pretty easy, or really susceptible to a Nidus Worm. Wow, that was nice. He put Banelings in front in case. But where's his upgrades? I guess his upgrades too, but I figured that would do more damage to the units there.
Yeah, we've got 3-3 on the way for everyone. But JonSnow, he's basically taken his half of the map. But I love that finally we do have Dolan splitting up his army and trying to attack at multiple places at once.
And he's going to get 2 bases for that, which is really good. Swarmho's even coming out just for straight up engagement. And this might be the end here. I don't see him getting out with too much.
Yeah, I do like that.
He's
Dolan
actually
was
going in. He's diving in with that other army he had on the side.
Yeah, he killed the northern base. He may be able to kill another one, and all the locust wave is going to evaporate. But he kills the base.
Gets the base, and there's not a lot really. Like corrosive biles and a couple banes can do some damage here. These roaches can't run away, so they're going to try and do some damage. Oh, actually, they can run away. Never mind. Yeah, Dolan actually getting some good trades out here, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. JonSnow just has such a crazy bank.
Yeah, I think Dolan now, he just needs to defend. Like, he just killed 3 hatcheries. Like, he did an insane amount of damage just then. And now he just needs to establish himself a little bit more, and then he can be more on an equal ground against JonSnow. But if JonSnow pushing in, there are no Baileys with this just pure Ling Ravager.
Yeah. And Dolan has accumulated that army, that mech, you know, it's the snowball effect. But here he is on the production, and I don't know, this is a little miss micro of them, but they are now, they can just get so much damage output here.
Yeah.
He's going to lift his factories and save them, but all of his add-ons are finished, which will stop a lot of the production. He's going to have to reland these and then rebuild the tech, which is going to buy JonSnow just enough time. He does have infestors on the way. He already got the infestor upgrade. So right now, I believe he's just going to go mass baneling, maybe some more roaches, hope for a great fungal, and pray. A lot of spell casting here.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised with this army composition from Dolan, because at some point you typically transition out of Ferrari mech, which is
some Thors in there or something like that.
Yeah, Thors would help a lot against Swarm Host and the Corruptors as well.
I don't think we've seen enough Hellbats.
Just sticking with this Hellion Cyclone.
I don't know. Yeah, it's getting old here. Not that I'm hating it, but it's getting old as far as it's not working anymore. JonSnow is like, you gotta know that a Zerg is transitioning into late tech.
Yeah, I
like this, adding in, that's nice. Liberators, it's a good transition. But there's still the 16 Corruptors from the beginning of the game that never went down. They're just sitting in the back this whole game. They're just sitting in the corner on the bench.
Typically, you get Thors first and then Liberators to deal with that, but
to work together. But yeah, I was also going to mention, with this big of an army and him having so many swarm hosts, he's going to have to use the swarm hosts defensively. He kind of failed with that, and now this is giving Dolan plenty of room to go around, and even takes out that base right there, which is huge. And he might get a fungal growth though and lose his whole army. That was a little cocky. Oh man, on creep, stopping for a Nidus Worm. It's not what you want. The Nidus Worm is not really a big deal right now with all these fungal growths coming. Actually, there's not enough ground here to do anything, but he will get fungal growth. Nasty. He's just gonna get the chain going.
Yeah.
Oh man.
He kind of spreads out nicely, and he kills all the Roach Ravager though. And now the infestors, they need to waddle away. They're a little bit exposed there. And in that push, he killed 2 bases. You know, he killed the one to the center. He killed the one here to the right. He could even kill the one to the bottom corner.
Locust Wave. Oh, I think he needed to use that defensively, but it went into that base. That's yeah, that's not gonna do too much. I think he should have used that defensively. A good fungal growth and then swarm host, but he's getting 10 guys, brood lords right now.
Oof. And
with plenty of babies to be sacrificed.
That could be the nail in the coffin here, especially because there's so little anti-air. He's going to rely on cyclones to deal with broodlords, and we've
learned the importance of Thors here today.
Yeah.
It's been super mega buffed, so I don't know why you wouldn't use the most buffed unit in the game. They're good against everything. They can take out the locust waves as they fly in. They do splash damage to air. You know, broodlords are coming.
Good old broodlord infestor.
I think it's gonna be GG after a couple. Actually, he could scan and lock on everything, but if he can even get that close, he needs to trade the Hellbats. Maybe
he's diving in. He's trying to lock onto the broodlords.
Yeah, he's gonna lock onto a good 3 or 4, but there's still gonna be 3 or 4 left over.
Yeah,
and I think it's gonna be too much here. As reinforcements come in for JonSnow, he still has a giant bank. GG is called. That was a good showing there from Dolan, but like I said, it was going to be the longest series of the game. And I think this one game was longer than any other series we've had. This one game was longer than the rest of the series.
We've had a lot of short games, but we are blessed. We have this ZvT and GG. You know, I was really skeptical as well. JonSnow, he just kept harassing with his swarm hosts, and he kept losing hatcheries because of it. But he could afford to do it.
That was the thing. He could afford to, because he had a super big bank early on. He really never lost it. Like, he couldn't spend it. Swarm hosts took up half of his supply the entire game, and no swarm hosts ever went down. Yeah. Like, we thought they got cut out, but then they got extracted, like Saving Private Ryan style. And after that, that was it. Swarm hosts were a free reign, just destroying stuff the entire game.
Honestly, there's an alternate universe where those swarm hosts that got caught out all died, and that was like
and the night is never. Yeah, they never got extracted.
And that was like an 8-minute game where Dolan is up 1-0 in the series.
Dolan wrecked. Yeah. Somewhere out there in an alternate universe, but unfortunately in this one, they all survived and came back for the reckoning.
Yeah.
And they wrecked.
They did.
Nice, yeah. Man, swarm hosts. I almost feel bad that we have such a free unit giver there, but those are kind of rough.
Yeah, it's always been a point of contention whether they're good for their game, broodlords and swarm hosts, because
I would say broodlords also do the same as well.
Yeah,
free units.
You could definitely argue that swarm hosts are a little bit more balanced because they have downtime. They have that moment.
They have a cooldown.
But then
that's why they made the Thor, because you need a hive to get broodlords and a greater spire. So I guess you could get Thors out as a late game unit, which, as we know now, Thors wreck. So
yeah,
I don't know. It's interesting. It's interesting. Balance is always a fun discussion to have, but not with too many people, because some people aren't fun to have that discussion with. Speaking of balance, who is going to tip the scale here in game number 2 in the bottom left-hand corner on Eternal Empire Ladder Edition? It is Psystorm Gaming's JonSnow.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Eternal Empire LE, we have the American Terran player representing Archangel Gaming. It is Dolan.
Yeah, I would expect a normal opening here, but we're not going to get it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't see this too often against Terran. So this tells me, is this either going to be fast Roach Warren or like a Link Bane
Oh,
Bust?
this is what I do every game standard.
God
So what you do here is you take your 4 lings, you go around the other way, you avoid the Reaper, because I guess, you know, Terran scout late. I don't know why they do it. He's going to scout it as the lings are already popped out and coming across the map. You get ling speed, and then if you are able to avoid the Reaper, if he keeps the Reaper at home, I don't know what happens here. But normally you can go and deny the building of the CC, of the base, and then by the time the Reaper comes all the way back, you'll have ling speed done, and you can sometimes take out the Reaper if the micro is bad.
Okay.
So we'll see here what the reaction is. Does the Reaper stay at home?
So with this SCV scout, Dolan knows it wasn't hatch first, and he spots the lings as well. So so he knows what the opener.
Okay, look at it. The Reaper is going across the map. So now the lings are going to take an alternate route, I believe. Yeah, they're going to go off to the right, and they're going to go stop that. Yeah, this is looking like the ladder for me.
Yeah. What's interesting to me is that there are only 2 lings.
Yeah, that is weird. Normally it's 4. So
yeah,
but he's getting ling speed, so I don't know what's going on here.
It's
now he knows. Wow, this is kind of cool. He knows the Reaper's going to go back, so he's not even risking it. This is like a safe play to mess with your opponent's head, maybe.
Oh,
because it's like, you know, he's going to go 4 lings.
Yeah, 6 more lings are on the way. Yo, he's
okay,
and he pulled out a gas as well.
He's gonna Bane Bust.
Yeah, he's just link flooding. There's no more gas being mined. Like there's no gas at all for JonSnow.
No gas at all. He's gonna fast lings.
Yeah.
What did he scout that told him this would make sense?
I think this is just what he wants to do.
I'm gonna use this one, but as soon as Hellion gets out, he's kind of done for. He's got like 15 seconds to do this.
Yeah. I mean, to me, this makes sense because if Dolan is a mech player and on Eternal Empire, like you don't want to play a macro game, like
Oh, if he gets the door's down and he stopped on it. That's huge. That's huge. That is game. The Hellions can only win if they hide behind the depots, and one got caught out in the open already. One will go down. He's gonna go for that good pick off there, and he's gonna flood some more lings, I assume. No, he's going for workers. So I guess this is a good follow-up.
Yeah.
You technically can deny the mining at the second base, which means your opponent's on one base, and now if you just mine up and get drones out the wazoo right now, you'll be in a better position. The longer he can deny this mining of the second base here.
Yeah. Now that there are 4 Hellions, Dolan should be able to establish his natural. Yeah, he should be able to get back down.
Yeah. That was good to know, though. And Banshees are coming out. I think he's scared of like a Roach follow-up, maybe. But also Banshees are just the shiz right now. It's what you do against Zerg.
JonSnow, he did scout the 1-1-1 opener. He did scout the Banshees, or at least, you know, he didn't check to see if there was a fusion core. It could be BCs.
Well, now he did.
Yeah. He's going in, he's making sure. Yeah, he sees the tech lab researching, so that's also a tell that it's Banshees.
Yeah. Unless he's going like, I don't know what you get at the tech lab. What do you even get from the tech lab? Nobody gets anything from the tech lab besides cloak.
Yeah.
Is there like a Raven upgrade or something in there? I guess.
I think there is maybe. But what is interesting is that the armory is almost done, so all these Hellions gonna be turning into
and he's
Hellbats.
gonna scout it. He's so good.
Oh,
this is also good. A Hellbat. But he has nothing but lings. Lings against Hellbats and how many queens? He's got 4 queens. This isn't really that good of a defense. In this choke point, this is scary. 16 lings are coming out. And all these Hellbats are doing work. They're actually getting surrounded, being taken out pretty quickly, but not many transfuses left. Queens are getting weak. No vision here on this here Banshee. Wow, those Hellions are doing work. Now, this will get cleaned up fairly well here by JonSnow, but that was a lot of damage. A lot of queens went down. Yeah, actually, but that was pretty even. They're still pretty even. No workers went down for either side too much.
Yeah, both both players have been able to like protect their workers, their economy. They just kind of traded army for army, and because of that,
I feel like that's kind of like an even trade.
yeah, pretty much.
Like they both went down to no army, and now they both went home.
Oh, okay. I think I like this. So,
yeah, I like it.
JonSnow, he is taking all 6 of his gases. He is going for the Spire, which I imagine will be for Mutalisks. There's still no Bailiness, there's no Evo Chambers or anything like that, so he is saving up all of his gas for these Mutas, and we'll see if Dolan is able to scout this with his Banshees.
Yeah, this has to be scouted now by Dolan, so he can get out more anti-air.
Yeah.
Because right now he has no anti-air. He doesn't even have a turret builder thing. An NG Bay.
Oh, but Thors are already on the way. He's just going Thors anyway.
Smart. Thor drop? Double medevac Thors.
I think so. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's.
Oh my god, you madman!
He's going.
No way, this worked.
He's making medevacs and he has no bio, so it probably
he has no bio. You can heal the Hellbats with that. Maybe he's gonna go for some Hellbat drops behind a Thor push, maybe. But I would assume this is a Thor drop because he's gonna have 2 Hellions out right now. Oh, he's got a good chunk there. He's got like 6. What, did he just attack his own worker? Or is that a Ling facing it?
Those single Ling. This is so good.
Oh.
Yeah.
That Overlord's just been sitting right over his armory watching it for a while now.
Oh, here we go.
So what's in... Okay, yeah, so it is Thor drop. I love this. Even if... I hope it works, because you never see this work, but Thor drops are so damn cool. I don't know why Thor drops and, like, Colossus drops are my 2 favorite things. Something so hilarious about a War Prism dropping a giant Colossus and picking it up.
I just love how the Thors, they kind of like cuddle up as they're being carried.
Yeah. Oh, it's not even a drop, but that is smart. Okay, so he's going to drop something. He's doing something cheeky. He's going to discover that there's Mutas out right now. Oh, and he dropped. Oh, what? They're going to die. There's too many Mutas here.
Yeah, that looks
like he's going to pick it up and drop it.
Jump it.
Yeah, so I think this might be GG for Dolan here now. I mean, he does have a third base. He has a good economy. No NG Bay, though, but he is making more Thors behind this. And this counterattack has to go now. Actually, no vision here. A lot more workers going down as the slow Overlord comes over here. He's got 2 Vikings. He does have an NG Bay now, and he will be starting to get a static defense. I think this was just enough to buy him enough time to hold off, and now he's got his turrets up. And very few Lings coming in. There's already going to be Thors popping out by the 2s. Good tanks for defense, Vikings. Solid defense here by Dolan.
It does look like the tanks are going to get picked off, but other than that, there shouldn't be too much damage done. The repairs should be good on this turret.
Oh, no, that's bad. All these workers go down now. Wow. Yeah. He almost had it. Thors were just a little too late. You got to repair the door. Repair the door. Oh, no, he might lose here. Wow. I was just complimenting how on point he was this game.
Yeah, there are Vikings.
He's actually doing really good counter damage.
Like, this could be like... Yeah, GG. That's it. GG. Yeah. There was just too much damage being done by the Mutalisks.
What up, Filthy Stealthy in the chat? That's a pretty cool name. Filthy Stealthy. Yo, yo. Yeah, that was that was a game. JonSnow does take it 2-0. Which, okay, I'm a little relieved. Dolan, you know, he may be good, but he was not good enough to defeat JonSnow.
Yeah.
So I hope for everyone at home that just puts into, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but puts into perspective. That's what I'm looking for. JonSnow beat Dolan 2-0, and Dolan beat Starkiller and ET Pwn home. He beat Starkiller 2-0, and he lost to JonSnow. So that should just put into perspective how good JonSnow is. And now we have it. It's Silky, JonSnow, the finals we wanted, the finals we deserve. This is about as NA as it gets.
Yeah, pretty much. I do want to say that JonSnow, I think what's important about how he played, especially that second game, is that he he kind of dictated the pace of that game, like with his
I can't believe
opener.
that Ling Rush was working. Like that was a good idea. I didn't think about that.
Exactly, like that forced. It forced
and it's so
Dolan.
smart because the 2 Lings that he was sent out at first, those are distraction Lings to keep the Reaper at home, and that's what it did. The Reaper went home, and you assume, okay, he's gonna come try and attack. I'm gonna get my Hellions out. He's gonna drone up, but that's not what happened. He sent out just 2 Lings, not 4, saved the money, and then just mass drones and went across the map and did some weird play that worked. And I'm gonna steal that.
Yeah, it was so important that actually, if you recall, those first 2 Lings got on top of the depot that was like lowered as well, so that kind of
that was huge when they got on the depot and were able to get in, and one Hellion was stuck outside because of that, and it got taken out, causing more delay. That was nuts.